Hey everybody, Steve here with the Blockchain Homestead. We're going to be talking about three of my favorite concepts that involve the blockchain revolution and why it's so powerful. That is disintermediation, efficiency, and competition. And we're going to be looking at those concepts using two different coins that I'm heavily invested in and that I really like. One is Litecoin and one is Populous. So with Litecoin, it's basically the silver to Bitcoin's gold, right? So if you picture Bitcoin as gold, like a store of value, Litecoin is like silver, also a store of value, but also there's more of it, and it's more efficient at transfers of payment, like retail shopping. In the future, I think most transactions are going to be in Litecoin, and Bitcoin is going to be more of like a savings account. So let's talk about Litecoin and how that factors into the efficiency and competition. So basically, Litecoin is going to be used for payment processing and transactions at a retail level. Now, most of what we pay for when you're talking about banking is trust. Okay, the banks have large amounts of money, and they have the ability to transfer large sums over great distances with 100% trust or close to it. They have clearinghouses. Back in the day, checks used to take 3 to 4 days to clear, right? That's a clearinghouse. That's a back-of-the-house operation. And that's where you have lots of people working with paperwork and spreadsheets and all these different avenues to ensure the trust of the system. Well, Litecoin gets rid of that, and actually just about any blockchain technology gets rid of all of that due to the encrypted nature of the public ledger, but also the double spend paradox. And we'll get into more of that on other videos, which is covered in the white paper of Bitcoin. But suffice it to say that a lot of the payments and fees that exist in the banking system are all about trust. All right, that you can trust that the transaction occurred and that the parties that received the money had the money, or the people that received the money deserved the money, and the people that had the money or sent the money actually had the money to begin with. So how does Litecoin help out with efficiency and competition? So I have a little diagram here for you. So we have a person, we have the middleman, we have this other person. We're sending money through the system, At each point, we're getting fees and interest taken out. So this could be you working, maybe a family in Africa has a child in school in the States, here in the United States. So they're sending money from there to the States in order to buy books. They would have to go and transfer local currency into dollars, buy a Western Union transfer, or go to a bank to wire transfer money. Each of those, the currency office is going to take a cut of the money. The Western Union or the wire transfer is going to take a cut of the money. And then on the other side, they're also taking cuts of the money, especially if you're talking about somebody maybe buying the books on credit while the payment is processing and being sent. So in each step of this process, there's inefficiencies in the form of interest and fees. So what Litecoin does, and any blockchain technology for that instance, is it removes the middleman. It removes that inefficiency, and introduces competition into the system. The blockchain can transmit huge amounts of money through information from one account to another for pennies on the dollar. Not only that, but it introduces competition. Anybody that chooses to can download the wallet or the ledger program for Litecoin onto their computer, and they can process transactions. Each process transaction gains you a fee. So instead of the big banks making all the fees and introducing inefficiency into the system, anybody who chooses to can be a part of the Litecoin system by running the program on their computer, and they get the fees. So you can go on to lightchain.org, download the client software, and with a little bit of programming knowledge that you can find on YouTube, you can start running your own client on your own home PC or Mac, and you get the service fees, right? So again, competition and disintermediation. We're getting rid of the middleman who's been skimming off the top for centuries, basically. So that's Litecoin and how that's going to revolutionize payment processing and money transfers. Populous, on the other hand, is a token that runs in the Ethereum network. Ethereum is another blockchain, and Populous is a token that runs on that blockchain. The Ethereum network is interesting because it allows for smart contracts and basically software code to be run within the blockchain itself. And again, these are somewhat esoteric concepts for now, but I'll be covering them in later videos. So with Populous, you have a token that runs in the Ethereum network that can allow businesses to exploit what's called the invoice factoring. So what happens is invoice factoring allows companies to post purchase orders to a bank at a discount in order to get capital up front on purchase orders, which may take 30, 60, 90 days to get paid on. So right now, currently, businesses use this as a way to get capital up front for capital purchases. Maybe they need to make payroll. There's many different reasons why a company would do this. But right now, the banks are reaping all the profits on this. They're getting the profit from buying at a discount, the purchase order amount, and then as part of the terms, at the end of the 30, 60, 90-day contract that they form, they not only get their principal back, but they get interest back on that as well. So the team at Populous saw this as a beautiful opportunity to use the blockchain to introduce competition and disintermediation. Again, two of my favorite things. I'm all for disintermediation, removing the middleman, and also exploiting any competition that can be brought into a marketplace. Competition helps everybody. It lowers costs, increases efficiencies, and the more players you have in a space, the more fair the market can be. So what Populous is doing with this invoice factoring is anybody that has Populous tokens, once this platform is up and running, hopefully in the spring or summer of 2018, anyone can post their Populous tokens to the network, and they can search the purchase orders that are being posted by small businesses, small and medium businesses. They can find purchase orders in companies that are listed, and they can buy those purchase orders at a discount. So let's say a purchase order for $10,000 is on the system. You can buy it at a discount. Now, I'm not sure of the specifics, but let's say $9,500. So you're buying it for $9,500, but the actual purchase order is for $10,000. On 30, 60, or 90 days, you'll get that $10,000 plus some interest along the way for the term of the loan. All this is run through the blockchain, Ethereum, using the Populous token and the smart contracts that are involved, which Ethereum is a network that involves these smart contracts. So you can be the lender, right? You can lend into the marketplace. You can get the interest rate. You can get the discount on the purchase order, so you can gain capital and interest. And at the same time, it introduces competition. If the bank is charging 5%, you could charge 3% or 2%. This is a way for everybody to get involved in a marketplace, thus increasing competition and driving down prices and removing inefficiencies. And it's clear why the banks don't like this, and all the regular players in Wall Street and all the big money centers in the world. If you look at the news right now, all you're hearing about is fear, uncertainty, and doubt surrounding Bitcoin and other blockchain technologies. These things are going to be stealing lunches from the big guys for decades to come, and they don't like it, right? But that's part of the beauty of the blockchain technology. You can be your own bank. You can be a lender into the system, and you can reap the rewards. This is a way that competition, efficiency, and disintermediation are going to be changing the landscape of just about every human interaction moving forward. And that's how the blockchain revolution is going to benefit everybody. So thanks for watching the video. Please leave your comments and tell your friends and families to join the blockchain revolution. It's going to be a beautiful thing. All right, bye guys.